Skip it up and that up.
So the Xbox One S has been released. It's a thing. I ate a cucumber while unboxing it. And it seems to be doing really well. I can attest that one of my local GameStop said that the console was sold out. It may be back in stock now as of making this video, but when I called a couple days ago, it was sold out. And I guess I'm not the only one noticing that people are buying the Xbox One S, because someone actually tweeted to Phil Spencer on Twitter, and this is what they had to say. Phil, how surprised are you with the success of the Xbox One S? Seems like it's selling out everywhere, and congrats on the launch. Phil Spencer replies with, great response, thanks to everyone. Some thought Scorpio would overshadow S. It hasn't. Sharing our plans openly has worked so far. Now, if you remember during E3 2016, a lot of people were scratching their heads, understandably saying, why would Microsoft announce two totally separate pieces of hardware in one E3 press conference? And Phil Spencer responded to that back in June, and this is what he had to say. The reason we announced when we did, one is I wanted to give consumers view into what we were doing. If they say I have an Xbox One now, I'm thinking about an Xbox One S, I want to be as transparent as I can be so they know they're buying with as much information as I can give them. I can't always give them all the information, but I want to give them this information. Now, obviously, as of me making this video, there are no Xbox One S sales figures. It just came out a few days ago, so it's not, Microsoft is vague with the original Xbox One sales, let alone a brand new reiteration of their current console that they just came out with, so trying to find any info on it is tough. However, like I said, the beginning of this video is true. My local GameStop, they sold out of them. However, the GameStop that's maybe like a 15-minute ride from me, they had plenty of them in stock, so it is what it is. It's selling. It's definitely selling. But I can say, from personal experience and hearing people talk, when I went to pick up the Xbox One S for the unboxing video that I did, I heard people talking and saying, the Xbox One S looks cool, but honestly, Scorpio's next year. I'm going to hold off and just deal with the original Xbox One. Actually, the manager at my GameStop said the same thing. He's like, I don't really care about those little couple extra features that the Xbox One S has. I'm going to wait for the Scorpio. So, Phil, I can tell you from personal experience and hearing people talk in real life, yes, people are holding off and not buying the Xbox One S due to the Scorpio. Now, is there a reason, like I said in my video talking about if you should buy the Xbox One S, is there a reason for the Xbox One S to exist? Yes, because the original Xbox One was ugly as sin, and it had the power brick. I know people are tired of me bringing up the power brick, but it was a big thing to many people, not just me. And secondly, yeah, I like the things they did where you could play 4K Blu-rays. That's cool. It's one of the most value-packed 4K Blu-ray players on the market. I'm looking right now. There's the Samsung UBD-K8500 on Amazon, and it's going for $317. For less than $100 more, you can have a full-fledged gaming console that's HDR10 compatible and also plays a bunch of AAA games. So it's kind of a no-brainer. Why would you get the Samsung Blu-ray player instead of getting the Xbox One S? Especially later in the year, or later this month, later in the year, what the hell am I talking about? Later this month, they're coming out with the $299 Xbox One S and the $349 Xbox One S. The $299 one's just going to have a 500 gigabyte hard drive, still going to have all the 4K features, and the 1 terabyte Xbox One S is the same thing. It's going to have all the 4K features. It's just going to have a terabyte hard drive as opposed to the 2 terabyte model that was just released. So if you're looking for a home theater device that just so happens to game too, yeah, it's a pretty good deal. But if you're mostly getting the console just for gaming, and you already either own an Xbox One or you just want a game, yeah, I would tell you, just wait for the Scorpio. It makes no sense. I mean, especially if you don't care about any of the 4K features like the 4K Blu-ray, and you already own an Xbox One, there's zero reason to buy an S. So yeah, I know a lot of people who were like, if the Scorpio wasn't around the corner, I like the fact that it's smaller, I like the fact that you could stand it vertical, I like the fact that there's no power brick, but I'd rather save my money because, $399, it's still not, it's still a decent chunk of change. I'd rather save my money, and wait and just deal with the original Xbox One and wait till the Scorpio comes out. You know, I appreciate Phil for being honest, and I know at the same time I do understand it was a necessary revision to make the Xbox One S because of how unattractive and out of date the original Xbox One looked. But yes, Phil, of course it is going to hinder the sales somewhat of the Xbox One S when people know the Scorpio is right around the corner.